Can you believe the hidden dangers lurking in your snack jar? It's shocking to learn that munching on certain nuts could skyrocket your risk of heart disease by a staggering 48%, especially if you're in your 60s or beyond. This isn't just a guess. It's backed by a meticulous, multi-year study from the Journal of the American College of Cardiology. How heartbreaking is it that so many older adults striving to make healthy choices are unknowingly grabbing nuts that silently raise blood pressure, spark inflammation, clog arteries, and even worsen cognitive decline? There's one nut in particular, stay tuned for the reveal, that's tied to a harmful compound that builds up over time, threatening your liver, kidneys, and brain if you eat it regularly. Can you imagine? That very nut, often praised for low-carb diets, might be sitting in your kitchen right now, quietly wreaking havoc on your aging body. Don't worry though. This guide is your lifeline, bursting with everything you need to know to embrace the nuts that nourish your heart and mind while ditching the ones that harm. You won't want to miss the end, where we uncover a rarely discussed truth about the worst nut of all, a secret that could be silently stealing your vitality. Let's dive in with hope and excitement to discover the 4 nuts that are absolute gems for seniors, starting with almonds. Oh, what a powerhouse. These crunchy delights are like a gift for your bones, packed with calcium and vitamin E that work hand in hand to keep your skeleton strong. As we age, our bones naturally become more porous and fragile, raising the risk of fractures that can turn life upside down. But here's the magic. Just a quarter cup of almonds daily delivers about 97 milligrams of calcium, helping to slow the bone loss that speeds up after 65. Isn't that incredible? Almonds don't just stop at calcium. They bring magnesium, a mineral too many seniors lack, acting like a trusty guide to shuttle calcium straight to your bones instead of letting it clog your arteries. What a relief to know you're protecting your heart while strengthening your frame. The monounsaturated fats in almonds are a heart's best friend, slashing LDL cholesterol levels at a time when cardiovascular risks creep higher. Picture this: enjoying 15 to 20 raw or dry roasted almonds each day, free of added salt, and feeling your heart thank you. They're 3.5 grams of fiber per serving tackle constipation, a pesky issue for nearly 40% of older adults. While research from Tufts University reveals their antioxidants shield brain cells from oxidative damage. Can you imagine safeguarding your memory with every bite? Always choose almonds with their skins on, as those skins are bursting with flavonoids that boost vitamin E's antioxidant power. Just be sure to chew them well. Swallowing difficulties can make almonds a choking risk, and we want you savoring their benefits safely. Next up, walnuts. Oh, these brain-shaped wonders are a senior's dream. Have you ever noticed how they look like tiny brains? It's almost like nature's hint that they're here to protect your mind. Walnuts are loaded with alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that's a lifeline for aging brains, keeping cell membranes strong and boosting neurotransmission. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who ate 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily for 8 weeks saw their cognitive processing speed and mental flexibility soar. How thrilling is that? Their polyphenolic compounds slip through the blood-brain barrier, fighting inflammation in neural tissues and potentially slowing conditions like Alzheimer's and dementia. Who wouldn't want that kind of protection? Walnuts even offer melatonin, a hormone that fades with age and disrupts sleep for so many older adults. Imagine tucking into a small handful of walnuts in the evening and drifting into a restful night's sleep, your body's sleep-wake cycle humming along smoothly. These nuts are heart heroes too, with arginine improving blood vessel function and polyphenols easing oxidative stress, making them a perfect partner for seniors on blood pressure meds. Keep your walnuts in the fridge to protect their delicate oils and aim for 7 to 9 halves daily. Crack them yourself if you can. It's a gentle workout for your hands that keeps fine motor skills sharp. Don't shy away from their slight bitterness. It's a sign of their mighty antioxidants at work. Oh, and pistachios. Don't overlook these vibrant green gems. They're like a secret weapon for keeping blood pressure in check, with an amazing potassium to sodium ratio. 285 milligrams of potassium per serving and barely any sodium. Why does this matter? Aging kidneys often struggle with sodium retention, but pistachios can lower systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points, rivaling some medications without the side effects. Their lutein and zeaxanthin are like guardians for your eyes, shielding the macula to fight age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss after 60. Can you picture enjoying clear vision for years to come? Pistachios' satisfying crunch is gentle on aging teeth and gums, unlike harder nuts that might challenge dental health. Their green and purple hues aren't just pretty. They signal antioxidants that neutralize free radicals, slowing the aging process. Shelling pistachios is a mindful ritual, naturally slowing your eating to prevent overindulgence. And those empty shells are a visual reminder to keep portions in check, as noted in the International Journal of Obesity. If arthritis makes shelling tough, grab partially opened ones for ease without losing the meditative benefit. Aim for 49 pistachios daily, about an ounce, choosing unsalted or lightly salted to keep their 3 grams of fiber, working to stabilize blood sugar. A blessing for the 25% of seniors with diabetes or pre-diabetes. Now, brace yourself for the nuts to avoid, starting with peanuts. Oh, what a sneaky troublemaker. They're not even true nuts, but legumes grown underground, making them prone to mold and aflatoxins, toxic compounds that can damage your liver and raise cancer risk, especially as our detox systems weaken with age. How alarming is that? Peanuts' proteins can trigger inflammation, even without an allergy, worsening joint pain, straining your heart, and hastening cognitive decline. 3 risks seniors already face. Their high omega-6 fatty acids tip the balance away from anti-inflammatory omega-3s. And for those on blood thinners like warfarin, their vitamin K can interfere with medication, a detail too often missed by doctors. Commercial peanut butters pile on hydrogenated oils, sodium and sugars, stressing aging hearts, while even natural versions add salt that can spike blood pressure, a concern for 63% of seniors with hypertension. Improperly stored peanuts turn rancid, forming harmful free radicals, and dry roasting creates acrylamide, a compound linked to cognitive decline. If peanuts are your go-to, try swapping them for almonds or walnuts a few days a week to cut risks and boost nutrition. Cashews. Oh, they seem so innocent, but they're a sugar spike surprise. With 9 grams of carbs per ounce and less fiber than true tree nuts, they can challenge blood sugar control for the 25% of seniors with diabetes and 48% with pre-diabetes. It's heartbreaking that many see cashews as healthy, unaware of their glycemic impact. Their smooth, curved shape makes them a choking hazard for those with swallowing issues, and their high oxalate content binds calcium, risking osteoporosis and kidney stones, especially after 60. Processing cashews to remove urushiol, a toxin also in poison ivy, uses high heat that dims their nutrients, and commercial versions often add unhealthy oils and salt, raising blood pressure. Enzyme inhibitors in cashews can hinder protein digestion, a struggle for seniors, and their creamy texture tempts overeating, leading to weight gain when maintaining a healthy weight is tough. Switch to walnuts or almonds for better benefits with fewer risks. Macadamia nuts, so rich and buttery, are a caloric nightmare at 200 calories per ounce. As metabolism slows with age, they make weight control a battle, and their 22 grams of fat per ounce strain aging gallbladders, potentially triggering pain in the 15% of seniors with gallstones. Their 3 grams of saturated fat raise LDL cholesterol, a worry for heart health, and their hardness threatens dental damage for those with crowns or weakened teeth. Pricey macadamias tempt budget-conscious seniors toward low-quality, rancid options, exposing them to harmful fats. Excessive salting and oil roasting add sodium and compromised fats, and their intense flavor drives overeating, especially as taste sensitivity fades. Many mistakenly think macadamias are heart-healthy, but studies exclude high-fat nuts like these. Try pistachios for a safer, equally tasty alternative. Finally, pine nuts. Oh, the hidden dangers. They interact with over 60% of medications common for seniors, like blood pressure meds, statins, and antidepressants, reducing effectiveness or causing side effects. Yet doctors rarely warn about this. Pine nut syndrome, leaving a bitter metallic taste for weeks, can curb appetite and lead to serious weight loss in 42% of affected seniors, hitting older adults harder due to aging taste receptors. Their polyunsaturated fats oxidize quickly, fueling inflammation, a nightmare for arthritis sufferers, and their small, slick texture is an aspiration risk for those with dry mouth or swallowing issues, common in 70% of seniors on multiple meds. Enzyme inhibitors disrupt protein digestion, and in calorie-heavy pesto, pine nuts challenge weight management. Emerging research links some pine nut varieties to faster age-related macular degeneration, the top cause of vision loss in seniors. These are the nuts to ditch after 65. Choosing almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts over peanuts, cashews, macadamias, and pine nuts can transform your health, energy, and mind as you age. Small, consistent changes, like swapping harmful nuts for these superstars, yield incredible results. Isn't it empowering to know your diet can shape a vibrant, thriving future? Oh, pistachios, what a delightful little gem for seniors. Can you hear that satisfying crunch, so gentle on aging teeth and gums? Unlike those rock-hard nuts that threaten dental mishaps, pistachios are a kind, forgiving choice for older adults. Their vibrant green and purple hues aren't just a feast for the eyes. Those colors signal a powerhouse of antioxidants that swoop in to tackle free radicals, slowing the aging process in your body. Isn't that incredible? But here's the real magic. Shelling pistachios is like a gift that keeps on giving. It naturally slows you down, helping you avoid overeating while turning snack time into a mindful, almost meditative ritual that boosts cognitive function. A study from the International Journal of Obesity found that those empty shells act as a visual cue, guiding seniors to manage portions effortlessly. How clever is that? If arthritis makes shelling tricky, grab partially opened pistachios to keep the benefits without the struggle. Picture savoring about 49 pistachios a day. That's just an ounce. Choosing unsalted or lightly salted ones to let their 3 grams of fiber shine. That fiber is a lifesaver for the 25% of Americans over 65 grappling with diabetes or pre-diabetes, helping to keep blood sugar steady. Can you imagine the relief of balanced glucose levels? Pistachios aren't just a snack, they're a joyful step toward vibrant health. Now, let's talk about Brazil nuts. Oh, these creamy treasures are a senior's secret weapon. They top the list for supporting something so vital yet often ignored, thyroid health. With just one nut delivering 96 micrograms of selenium, 137% of your daily need, they're unmatched in their potency. Why does this matter so much? Nearly 20% of folks over 65 face thyroid issues, and many go undiagnosed because symptoms get brushed off as just aging. How heartbreaking is that? The selenium in Brazil nuts works like a master key, converting thyroid hormone into its active form to fuel energy, metabolism, and even your mood. Imagine waking up with a spring in your step, your body humming with vitality, Beyond thyroid support, Brazil nuts are packed with fatty acids that protect myelin, the sheath around nerve cells that often wears thin with age. This means sharper coordination, quicker reaction, and faster thinking. Can you picture staying sharp and agile? What's so special about these nuts is their organically bound selenium, far more absorbable than synthetic supplements, letting your body make the most of every bite. Their rich buttery texture is so satisfying that just 1 or 2 nuts a day is plenty. Too much selenium can backfire, so moderation is key. Opt for shelled Brazil nuts to preserve their nutrients and store them in the fridge to keep their high-fat content fresh. For seniors battling constipation, these nuts are a godsend, blending fiber and natural oils to promote regularity. Their sweet, indulgent flavor makes them a wholesome swap for less nutritious treats that tempt older adults seeking comfort. And here's the kicker. Recent studies suggest Brazil nuts' antioxidants may protect telomeres, the chromosome caps that shrink with age, potentially slowing cellular aging. Who wouldn't want to age more gracefully? These nuts are a must for anyone over 65. A tiny indulgence with massive rewards. But hold on, let's pivot to the nuts that could spell trouble for seniors, starting with peanuts. Oh, how deceptive they are. So many of us love their salty crunch, but did you know they're not even true nuts? They're legumes grown underground, which makes them prone to mold and aflatoxins, nasty mycotoxins that can harm your liver and raise cancer risk, especially as our detox systems weaken with age. How alarming is that? Even scarier, peanuts proteins can spark inflammation, even without an allergy, worsening joint pain, stressing your heart, and speeding cognitive decline. 3 things seniors already battle. Their high omega-6 fatty acids throw off the balance with anti-inflammatory omega-3s. And for those on blood thinners like warfarin, their vitamin K can mess with medication effectiveness, a danger too often overlooked by doctors. Commercial peanut butters pile on hydrogenated oils, sodium and sugars, taxing aging hearts, while even natural versions add salt that can spike blood pressure. A huge issue for the 63% of seniors with hypertension. Improper storage turns peanuts rancid, creating harmful free radicals, and dry roasting forms acrylamide, a compound linked to memory loss. Can you believe the risks hiding in that snack jar? If peanuts are your habit, try swapping them for pistachios or Brazil nuts a few days a week to boost nutrition and dodge these dangers. Then there's cashews. Oh, they seem so harmless with their creamy allure, but they're a sneaky culprit. Unlike true tree nuts, cashews pack a surprising 9 grams of carbs per ounce with less fiber, triggering blood sugar spikes that challenge the 25% of seniors with diabetes and 48% with pre-diabetes. It's crushing to think so many view cashews as a healthy choice, unaware of their glycemic impact. Their smooth, curved shape makes them a choking hazard for those with swallowing issues, a serious risk for older adults. Nutritionally, cashews' high oxalate content binds calcium, threatening osteoporosis and increases kidney stone risk, especially after 60. How frustrating is that for seniors already fighting bone loss? Processing cashews to remove urushiol, a toxin also in poison ivy, uses high heat that dulls their nutrients, and commercial versions often add oils and salt, raising blood pressure and heart strain. Enzyme inhibitors in cashews hinder protein digestion, a struggle for seniors with declining digestive efficiency, and their rich texture tempts overeating, risking weight gain when staying trim gets tougher. If cashews are your go-to, switch to almonds or walnuts for better health with fewer pitfalls. These choices, embracing pistachios and Brazil nuts while steering clear of peanuts and cashews, can transform your golden years. Isn't it empowering to know a handful of the right nuts can support your heart, mind, and vitality, while avoiding the wrong ones protects you from hidden harms? Every bite is a chance to thrive, to age with strength and joy. So why wait? Grab those pistachios, savor a Brazil nut, and let your body sing with health. Oh, cashews, those creamy, dreamy nuts that seem so innocent. Who doesn't love their rich, buttery taste? But can you believe the hidden challenges they pose for seniors? The way cashews are processed is a real eye-opener. To strip away urushiol, that toxic compound also found in poison ivy, they're subjected to high temperatures that sap their nutritional value. And those commercial varieties, they're often oil-roasted and loaded with salt, piling on unhealthy fats and sodium that can spike blood pressure and stress your heart. How frustrating is that for aging bodies already working hard to stay strong? Cashews also have enzyme inhibitors that make protein digestion tougher, a serious hurdle for seniors whose digestive systems aren't as efficient as they used to be. That luscious texture is a double-edged sword. It's so tempting that it's easy to overeat, leading to weight gain, at a time when keeping a healthy weight feels like a battle. If cashews are your go-to snack, don't despair. Why not switch to walnuts or almonds? They're packed with superior nutrients and far fewer risks, giving your body the love it deserves as you age. Now, let's talk macadamia nuts. Oh, they're undeniably delicious, but what a caloric bombshell. At 200 calories per ounce, they're the heavyweight champs of nuts. And that's a big problem when your metabolism slows with age. Can you imagine how hard it makes staying trim? They're 22 grams of fat per ounce. Put a heavy load on your gallbladder, which isn't as spry as it once was. For the 15% of seniors with silent gallstones, macadamias could trigger painful flare-ups. Ouch! And with 3 grams of saturated fat per ounce, they can bump up LDL cholesterol, a real worry for heart health. Their rock-hard texture is a dental disaster waiting to happen, especially for those over 65, with crowns, bridges, or weakened teeth. Have you ever worried about a cracked tooth derailing your day? Macadamias are also some of the priciest nuts out there, tempting budget-conscious seniors to grab lower-quality versions that might be rancid, exposing you to harmful oxidized fats. Store-bought macadamias are often drenched in salt and oil roasted, adding sodium and dodgy fats to an already risky profile. That buttery flavor is so intense it's easy to overindulge, especially if your taste buds aren't as sharp as they used to be. It's heartbreaking that so many seniors think macadamias are heart healthy, unaware that studies on nuts and heart health often exclude high-fat types like these. If macadamias are your weakness, try pistachios instead. They're just as satisfying but so much kinder to your aging body. And then there's pine nuts. Oh my, what a sneaky troublemaker. These tiny nuts are a serious concern for seniors. And here's why. They can mess with over 60% of the medications you might be taking, like blood pressure pills, statins, or antidepressants. Can you believe that? They could weaken your meds or cause dangerous side effects. And yet so many doctors and pharmacists never mention this critical interaction. Pine nut syndrome is another shocker. Eating them can leave a bitter metallic taste in your mouth for weeks. It might sound like a small annoyance, but for seniors, it's a big deal. That taste can kill your appetite, leading to malnutrition and weight loss in up to 42% of those affected, hitting older adults harder due to aging taste buds and weaker detox systems. Their high polyunsaturated fats oxidize quickly, forming harmful compounds that fuel inflammation, a nightmare for anyone with arthritis. And those small, slick pine nuts, they're a choking hazard, especially for the 70% of seniors on multiple meds dealing with dry mouth or swallowing issues. Pine nuts also have enzyme inhibitors that make protein digestion a struggle, which is tough when your body already has a harder time absorbing protein. In pesto, their most famous starring role, the heavy oil content turns them into a calorie-packed trap, making weight management a challenge after 65. Worst of all, emerging studies suggest Some pine nut varieties might speed up age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in seniors. How devastating would it be to lose your sight over a handful of nuts? These are the nuts: cashews, macadamias, and pine nuts you'll want to steer clear of after 65. Choosing wisely about the nuts you eat can transform your health, energy, and mind as you age. Isn't it empowering to know that swapping these risky nuts for safer options like almonds, walnuts, or pistachios can make such a difference? Every small change, like passing on pine nuts or skipping macadamias, adds up to a vibrant, thriving you. Why let these sneaky culprits dim your golden years? Your body deserves better, and it starts with the choices you make today. So, toss out those cashews, say goodbye to pine nuts, and embrace nuts that lift you up. Your heart, mind, and spirit will thank you. My heart aches at how easily we can be misled by seemingly healthy foods like cashews, macadamias, and pine nuts. This knowledge about their hidden risks for seniors ignites a fierce passion in me for mindful living and informed choices. It's infuriating that our fast-paced, convenience-driven world pushes these nuts as wholesome snacks, oblivious to the havoc they wreak on aging bodies, spiking blood sugar, straining hearts, and even threatening vision. I'm deeply moved by the power of small, intentional shifts, like choosing almonds or pistachios over these culprits, to transform health and vitality. Why should we let ignorance dim our golden years? I believe we must champion education and awareness, empowering seniors to navigate their diets with confidence and joy. It breaks my heart that critical food-drug interactions like those with pine nuts go unspoken by healthcare professionals. Our elders deserve better. I'm passionate about fostering a society that values whole, nutrient-rich foods and rejects processed traps that sabotage wellness. Let's inspire each other to savor meals with purpose, sharing wisdom across generations to celebrate aging as a vibrant, thriving journey. My soul yearns for communities where we cook with love, prioritize health over convenience, and uplift seniors to live with strength and clarity. These nuts remind us, every bite is a chance to honor our bodies and defy the narrative that aging means decline. I'm all in for this revolution. Let's rally for a lifestyle that cherishes informed eating, protects our health, and lets us dance through life with energy and grace.